What if one man was so rich that he single-handedly crashed an entire country's economy? I'm not talking about a modern billionaire like Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. I'm talking about a king from the 14th century, whose wealth was so immense, so incomprehensible, that even today, experts struggle to put a number on it. This is the story of Mansa Musa, the legendary emperor of the Mali Empire and, by all accounts, the richest human being who has ever lived. His wealth was so great that even today, no one can truly calculate it. So where did all this wealth come from? Let's travel back in time to the Mali Empire in West Africa. At its peak, this empire was one of the most powerful and wealthiest regions in the entire world. Why? It controlled two of the most valuable resources of the time: salt and gold. The empire was strategically located, controlling vast trade routes that crisscrossed the continent. At that time, it is estimated that the Mali Empire produced more than half of the world's entire supply of gold. Think about that for a second. This empire was sitting on gold, literally. Now, you might think the man who ruled this golden empire was born into power, but the story of Mansa Musa's rise is fascinating. Not much is known about his early life, but we know he became the ruler, or Mansa, around the year 1312. And how did he get the throne? Well, the previous king was obsessed with exploring the Atlantic Ocean. He assembled a massive fleet and set sail, promising to return. Never did. And so, the responsibility of leading the world's richest empire fell to his deputy, a man named Musa. It's an interesting twist of fate. Mansa Musa didn't chase power. Power came to him. Once he became Mansa, he didn't just sit on his throne counting gold. He was a visionary leader. He expanded the Mali Empire, conquering 24 cities, including the legendary Timbuktu. He strengthened the trade routes that were the lifeblood of his kingdom's economy, and established his rule over a vast territory. Under his leadership, Mali wasn't just a rich kingdom, it became the most powerful and influential empire in all of Africa, its reputation stretching across the known world. He built an empire that was both feared and respected. So, just how rich was he? It's almost impossible for us to wrap our heads around. The primary sources of his wealth were the seemingly endless gold mines and the control he exerted over the trans-Saharan trade routes. Mali controlled a massive percentage of the world's gold supply. So, he wasn't just a rich guy who owned a lot of gold. He was the guy who controlled the global gold market. When you compare him to modern billionaires, their fortunes seem almost insignificant. His wealth wasn't measured in dollars or stocks. It was measured in pure, unadulterated gold. He didn't just have gold. He controlled gold. His fortune was so vast that describing it as rich doesn't even begin to do it justice. But what truly cemented his legend wasn't just his wealth, but how he used it. The most famous story about Mansa Musa is his legendary pilgrimage, or Hajj, to Mecca in 1324. And this was no ordinary trip. It was a procession of mind-boggling scale. Imagine a caravan of 60,000 people marching across the desert. This included thousands of soldiers for protection, his personal servants, entertainers, and merchants. And the most incredible part, it also included hundreds of camels, each one loaded down with hundreds of pounds of pure gold. As the tribe-led Mansa Musa gave gold away to everyone. He handed it out to the poor he met along his route, showered local leaders with golden gifts, and spent lavishly in the cities he visited. When his caravan arrived in Cairo, Egypt, he gave away so much gold that he completely destabilized the local economy. The price of gold plummeted and didn't recover for over a decade. Let that sink in. One man's generosity caused an economic crisis that lasted 4 years. His journey put the Mali Empire on the map, forever changing how the world viewed Africa. But Mansa Musa's vision went far beyond just wealth and power. On his way back from Mecca, he brought back with him some of the Islamic world's greatest scholars, architects, and thinkers. He was determined to transform his empire into a center of learning and culture. He focused his efforts on the city of Timbuktu. Under his patronage, Timbuktu became a legendary hub of education and trade. He commissioned the construction of magnificent mosques, including the famous Gingeber Mosque, which still stands today. He built universities and libraries that attracted scholars from all over Africa and the Middle East. The University of San became one of the most important learning centers in the world. He didn't just build an empire. He built knowledge. Mansa Musa was a ruler of incredible balance. He was a devout Muslim who promoted his faith. But he also understood the importance of trade and education for the prosperity of his people. He was a powerful military commander who expanded his empire. But he was also a wise administrator who ensured it was well. His reign is often considered the golden age of the Mali Empire. He strengthened its economy, fostered a vibrant culture, and cemented its reputation on the global stage. He showed the world that a West African kingdom could be a center of immense wealth, power, and intellectual achievement. Sadly, all great eras must come to an end. Mansa Musa died around the year 1337, after a reign of about 25 years. After his death, the vast empire he had built and consolidated began to slowly weaken. His successors couldn't maintain the same level of control, and internal conflicts began to tear the empire apart. External threats also grew, and over the following centuries, the once mighty Mali Empire declined. It's a timeless lesson. Even the greatest empires cannot last forever, but the legacy of Mansa Musa endures. He is still remembered today as the richest man in history, a figure almost mythical in his wealth. But more than that, he stands as a powerful symbol of African power, prosperity, and cultural achievement during a time when much of Europe was struggling. His story challenges many of the historical narratives we're often taught. Mansa Musa proved that true power is not just in wealth, but in how you use it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more incredible stories from history.